Okay, period 6, since the fire alarm got us, and we did not finish your notes, let's finish your notes. Try remember that when you are factoring, there are a few steps we should be taking. The first step is always going to be take out the GCF. Okay, then the second step and the third step will be look for your best friends, and your best friends are your perfect square trinomial. The difference of two squares. I should say two perfect squares. Okay. So this would be the second thing you do, look for your best friend. The third thing, look for your other best friend. The fourth thing and the fifth thing will be look for trinomials with an a value of 1. And these are the easy ones because these break into binomials times binomials. These are the ones we actually did yesterday. And then the fifth one would be look for trinomials, again, that have an a value not equal to 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5 would be your a value. And these would be they're not your best friend. This would be your enemy. This would be the one that would not be fun for you or me, but this is what we did not talk about, and then the fire alarm got us. So let's get going. So where are those problems? They were right here for day 2. Okay, so here's the first problem. 4x squared plus 7x plus 3. In this problem, you have to do what we've been doing, take out the GCF. But if I look at the 4, the 7, and the 3, there is no GCF. So we can't do the first step. Then I ask myself, is this a perfect square trinomial? Well, the first one's a perfect square, but the last one's not. 3 is not perfect, so it's not my best friend. So then I say, is it the difference of two squares? And obviously, it's not a binomial. Next, I check to see if it's a trinomial with a 1 in front, but it's got a 4 in front. So this is one of those difficult ones that I was talking about. We have to get, we're going to have to do a lot of thinking and checking to see if we can get this to work. Okay, so here's why this is hard. It's hard because the 4x squared creates problems. We could do 2x times 2x to get the 4x squared, or we could do 4x times 1x to get the 4x squared. And this alone creates a problem because now you have two options. Which way are you going to go? And you won't know. You're going to have to guess. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to start with the 2x times the 2x, and then I'm just going to put some numbers in. Okay, so here's what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at the last number. It's positive. So because it's positive, I know it's got to be a positive times a positive, or a negative times a negative. And the reason I'm picking plus plus is because the middle term is plus 7. And because it's plus 7, I know it's got to add up to a positive. So I'm going to go plus plus, not minus minus. Okay, now yesterday I talked about the 3. Give me factors of 3. Well, 1 times 3 is probably the only one I can think of. But here is why this is a harder method. It's not just 1 times 3, it's also 3 times 1. And I know some of you are thinking, why are you doing both ways? Because 1 plus 3, if I add them, I get 4, and 3 plus 1, I still get 4. Why am I doing this? Well, if you look back here it's 7x. And neither one of them add up to 7x. So this is why this is a harder method. You just don't get the answer for free. So we don't really add these up at all. What we do is we plop them in to our two binomials and we just work it out. So the first one we're going to try is 1 times 3. So if I put a 1 in here and a 3 in here, how do I know if this is the right answer? Well, here's how you know. You have to FOIL it out. But really, you don't have to FOIL. Just do inner, and outer. If you do inner, you get 2x. Outer, you get 6x. And that's 8x. And what do you want in the middle? You want 7x. Well, you're not getting 7x, so this is not right. So here's the bad news. The bad news is you got to do this. You got to take the 1 and the 3, and you got to reverse them. 3 and 1. And then you have to FOIL it out. First. Sorry, I said that wrong. Inner, outer. Inner gives you 6x. Outer times outer gives you 2x. Oh, look at that. We're back to 8x. So this created the same middle term as before, and that only happened because your first term, 2x and 2x, were identical. And because they were identical, we really didn't have to switch them. Neither one of these worked, so you did all that kind of for nothing. And when I say nothing, it's really not nothing, because now you know that's not part of the answer. So now, let's go over here. Well, again, you're going to have to check that one and check that one and see which one works. So we'll stick with our plus plus. We'll put the 1 and the 3 here, and we'll see if it works. Inner, 1x. Outer, 12x, which makes 13x. You want 7x. That's not right. So that's not working. So we have to do what? We reverse the 1 and the 3. And when you reverse them, you're going to get 3 and 1. So let's try that. 3, 1. Inner, 3x. Outer, 4x. Add them up. 7x. Hey, guess what? You have the answer. The answer is, right here, I'll highlight this in what? Okay, let's go purple. That is the answer. 4x plus 3 times x plus 1. If you FOIL it out, you should get what you started with, and what you started with is right here, okay? All right, we have 2 more to do. If you want to shut the recording off and try them yourself, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm just going to tackle it with you right now. Okay, so here we go again. There is no GCF. This is not a perfect trinomial. Obviously, it's not a difference of 2 squares. It looks like it's a trinomial with a 2 in front. Now, the 2x squared creates a problem because it's not x times x. It's 2x times 1x. The number in the back is positive. So if it's positive, you know it's positive times positive or negative times negative. Look in the middle. It needs to add up to a negative 7x, so it's negative. What are your options for 6? 1 and 6, 6 and 1, 2 and 3, 3 and 2. Okay. I did tell period 4, I did tell period 5 this. If you want to start with one of these combinations, don't start with the extremes, 1 and 6, 6 and 1. The numbers that are farther apart are usually not your answers. So I would start here or here, 3, 2, 2, 3, whichever, and just stick them in and then just work it out. So if I guess, let me just guess a 3 and a 2. I don't know if that's right. It could be. All right, so here we go. Inner gives me negative 3x. Outer gives me negative 4x. Together that makes negative 7x. What do I want? Oh, I got lucky. It is negative 7x. So that's me getting lucky here. I tried the 3, 2, I got it. That would not have worked, or those 2. So I just got lucky. All right, move on. Okay, last problem. Again, you have no GCF, you have no perfect trinomials. So again, we're going to look at the 3x squared. It's got to be a 3x times a 1x. Okay. Now, look at the last number is negative, and if it's negative, your signs have to be positive times negative. Look at your last number, it's 28. Options for 28 are 1 times 28. Oh, by the way, it is negative, so I'll just make one of them negative. It could be negative 28 times 1. It could be 2 times 14, or negative 14 times 2, negative 4 times 7, or negative 7 times 4. Okay, where would I start? I would start where the numbers are closer. I would not do 28 and 1, 1 and 28. I wouldn't even do 2 and 14, or 14 and 2. I would go right here where the numbers are closer together. Now either you pick 4 or you pick 4, 7 or 7, 4. I'll go 4, 7. Again, I don't know if it's right. It could be. We'll see. So if we try the inner, we get what? 4x. Outer, we get what? Negative 21x. This makes negative 17x. Negative 17x. I want 5x. This is not it. Oh well, we'll just try 7 and 4. 7 here, 4 there. So if I do the inner, outer, okay, what am I going to get? Here we go. We're going to get inner, 7x, outer, negative 12x. Together that makes negative 5x. What do I want? I want in the middle. I want 5x, positive. So the only problem I have is I have a negative 5x and I want a positive 5x. So what I do is I switch the signs. Where it says 3x plus 7, right about here, I'm going to get rid of the plus, just make it a minus. Here I'll get rid of the minus and make it a plus. So it ends up being this and a plus there. So now inner times inner gives me negative 7x. Outer times outer gives me positive 12x, which adds up to 5x, and that is what I wanted. And there's the answer. The answer is 3x minus 7 times x plus 4. And that is the end of lesson 4 for day 2. And that would be your enemy, not your friend. Those are tough. Those are long. We call that trial and error or guess and check, whatever you want to call it. It's just not that fun. Okay? All right. Good luck on your assignment tonight. It's probably going to take some time, so do your best.